Okay.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 23rd episode of the Cousin
Connection
Podcast.
Oh,
You
sorry
forgot
about
it.
that. Yeah,
it's
I
all
did.
good.
It's
you know,
all
we
good.
Southerners, we got relaxed about it.
Anyone who's a Southerner is probably like, y'all.
All the
y'all
people from Dallas
Southern.
listening are like the South Texas.
Dallas ain't the only state in the city in the South.
Dallas is the only important one because that's the only place I know people from.
What do you mean? What about Atlanta?
No, I mean
That's the
like
South.
Texas. When I think of the South, I don't think of Atlanta though.
But they are considered the South, no?
Is it? Yeah, I guess so.
It is.
Yeah, but
Dirty
it's not.
South?
Yeah.
Dirty South, yeah.
I don't know why I always thought like whenever people say South, I
Yeah.
think of like Texas or like
Nashville,
Arizona
Tennessee.
or like.
Arizona is literally not the South.
Is it not?
No. Arizona,
Arizona is in the south of the country.
no, it's like Midwest, I think.
What?
I'm pretty sure. I'm
Arizona is Midwest?
Do you want me to prove you wrong? 'Cause I'm about to. Watch this.
Yo, Arizona's like one of the most. It's like next to New Mexico, which is like in the southern part. Yeah, pull it up on your computer right now. You're talking about Arizona. Why'd you write "is Arizona in the south"? Just search for Arizona and look at it on the map. This girl, look at that. Oh, actually,
Yeah, you were saying? Oh.
no. Yeah, exactly. See, it's like right next to Mexico.
New
I was
Mexico
right.
is also the South?
Yeah,
Hold on a second.
Albuquerque. You didn't watch
High School
Breaking
Musical?
Bad?
Oh.
What?
You see the difference in the shows that we just referenced? I referenced High School Musical.
Ew.
And you referenced?
Breaking Bad. You never watched Breaking Bad? One of the best
No.
episodic television shows to ever come out.
No.
Oh my
But
god, you're so
High School
uncultured.
Musical was filmed in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Ugh. Yeah,
See?
that's the second thing it's known for outside of that. Breaking
Wait, so
Bad.
then where's Texas then?
Texas is next to New Mexico. You
See,
don't
this
know
is
the
South.
map? Yeah.
No, I'm not
Look how
American.
much of the South it takes up. That's what I think of the South. I think of New Mexico. I think of Arizona. I think of Texas. Look how far north, like, what is it? Atlanta is.
Where is Atlanta? I can't find it. Where is it? Where's Georgia? That's the state. Here it is. Okay. it's
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I'll give it to you guys. You
Nope.
gotta-
Okay, wait, hold on. So then
What?
technically California is also considered the South. Or is it just West? Like how
yeah,
can
it's
they
the West. It's the West because they have the coast, right?
But Baja, is this Baja or Baja?
Baja.
Okay. California.
Like I said, uncultured.
Okay. Oh, this is considered Mexico? California, sir?
I guess so. Yeah. I've never
I don't
heard
know.
of that.
We're
Yeah.
not American. We don't need to know these things. Okay.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we kind of just went straight into this thing right now.
We really did.
Gave you guys a little bit of a geographical lesson on, or gave ourselves a geographical lesson, really,
I haven't looked at an American map.
in a while.
A map of America, I mean.
I didn't have to look because I actually knew where everything was, guys. I told her
Relax.
to, just make sure the facts were straight.
No, but let me
And
tell
I
you
was right.
something. The reason why I didn't think Arizona was in the South was because I knew that it was close-ish or next to California, and I never considered California the South. It's considered the West.
Yeah, because
that's
it's on the
why.
West Coast.
Yeah, so
Don't break my mic, okay?
sorry. Okay. I'm just
Oh my
I thought it
God.
was right. And I'm probably am right, but anyways.
Okay. Yeah, so what was I going to get back to? Yeah, so first off, thank you for listening.
That's what we say at the end, isn't it?
No. I'm trying to introduce us.
Thanks for tuning in. Hi
Okay,
guys. Nice to
guys.
see you.
Thank you for watching. I meant to say thank you for watching because we launched our YouTube page. Well, officially launched our YouTube page like maybe 3 weeks ago or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're already at 100 subscribers. Make sure you go out and subscribe, guys.
Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, everyone who has left us comments. We appreciate it.
I see the analytics. There are more people watching that are subscribed. So you got to make sure
Yeah.
that you subscribe when you're on the page. Might as well. You're already there, right?
Exactly.
It takes like 2 seconds.
I know y'all be tuning in. It's easier for you to subscribe instead of searching up Cousin Connection. Okay, so just
You'll get the notification right away.
hit the little bell.
Yeah,
okay?
the notification bell, whatever the YouTubers say all the time.
Hit the what is it? I don't even
It's
know.
a notification bell.
Clearly, we're not
Yeah,
YouTubers.
and now there's like a second or third step or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give out our phone numbers. Remember, you see how YouTubers giving phone numbers now?
What?
Yeah, not their actual phone numbers. Like they say it's their phone number, but it's really like it's a service where it's almost like, you know how back in the day people have email chains or like email newsletters. Yeah. It's the same thing, but just a phone. So like on your phone, it'll text you saying like, oh, this guy came out with a new video or something like that.
We're not doing all that.
Yeah, we're not doing all that. Well, you never know, man. I'm not gonna never say never, just like Just Bieber. So.
I didn't say never. I just said we are not.
Yeah.
We are not. Also, guys.
Okay there, Mr. Thor. I can't say that word. Okay, let's get back on topic. Right. I feel like we're way off topic.
I just have to point this out. We're matching today. I feel like we need to have this cohesive vibe on a weekly basis. So
now that we're in my house, like she can kind of pick out what she wants in my closet for me to wear.
Exactly. And this is going to be our official setup from now on, I think.
Yeah, we had a few different setups. So if you're watching on YouTube, then you can at least let us know which one you like the best. Well, you know, we're gonna do what you want.
Exactly. Like we really don't care what y'all think.
No, but you know, I still respect your opinion sometimes. You know,
sure, you do. I don't, but you know.
Okay. But yeah, so we had an interesting week this past week and a half, about a week and a half or so. It kind of started out with a little visit we had from another YouTuber you might know. You know, she's blowing up here and there. You know, just saying her name's Aisha Haroon, my sister. I kind of mentioned her a couple times here and there, but yeah, she had like a last minute flight, came into the city because you know something we should probably talk about is like. She was able to get a billboard that was put up by YouTube in the Dundas Square, which if you in any city, think of it like the Times Square of the city. Yeah. Like it's like where everybody kind of like, there's a big mall there. People just walk there. It's like a tourist destination basically. Mm-hmm. And there's like a large billboard there that they put her face up on there. And it was just a big thing for her. So she's like, you know what? It's only going to be here for 2 weeks or so. I have to come down and see it before it's taken down. So she came down.
It's like a 48-hour trip.
48 hour.
Yeah, she came here for 48 hours.
Sorry. Yeah, I thought you were talking about like the flight to get here. I was like, what?
No. I mean like her stay here was like super short, which side note, did this week feel like the longest week in the world for you? Yeah. I was like, how is it only Tuesday or Wednesday? Like anyways.
Well, for me the beginning of the week felt forever, and then like the last couple of days was like quick. But that's just because I'm busy with work, all that kind of stuff.
No, even like I was super busy this week. But it still felt like I wanted this week to end so bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It could have been the weather too. Honestly, the weather. Yeah. It depends on how you feel about the weather. Like I love rain.
So do I. But this week it really got to me.
Yeah.
I felt down. You know?
I was because I go on a walk every day. Like I mentioned, I go on the walk in any weather. If it's snowing, rain, ice, hail.
Like, if you're walking in the rain, you gotta play. You know that one song by Daniel Powder. You had a bad day.
Oh no! I'm like when I'm walking in the rain, I take out my headphones and I just like sometimes I'll even close my eyes. Like this sounds so fruity, but like I'll close my eyes and just like walk in the rain, just pay attention, like be in the moment.
You walk with your eyes closed?
No. Like I'll
you stand there?
Not eyes closed, but like you know when you get like in a Zen moment. Yeah. Is that weird?
It's not. You're just taking in the moment.
Yeah, like I just love. The feeling of rain because of course it's not raining. I mean I had an umbrella or whatever, but like the sound of rain, there's just something about rain that I just really like. I don't know what it is. People say there's blessings in rain, right?
There is.
Yeah, so maybe that's what it is, you know? I just like feeling the blessings, literally.
The difference between you and I is that I would rather stay indoors and just put rain sounds on my sound machine.
Nah, I can't do that. I used to try to do that, like put the sounds in the background, but like it just didn't feel right.
I love it.
It's not natural. It's not organic. Okay?
You know, it sounds like every night I switch it up with what I want to listen
GMO
to.
stuff. What?
No, GMO?
No, like playing it. It's like the GMO version of it.
Like sometimes I'm sleeping in a rainforest next to the sea. Like it's great.
Yeah, it works on some people. You know, I like the natural stuff, guys. All natural here.
That's fine. I like the GMO products.
Yeah. Okay, where are we at? Oh, yeah, so Gizmo was flying in and actually another thing I want to say, so that's actually a really good thing. That's something that was like, it was really good to see because I feel like Muslim representation is something we were talking about in the past episodes and stuff, but like to have it out there in the middle of the city so everyone can see it kind of thing. And they are actually representing a lot of people. They're representing like sick people and like people with disabilities and just like different people that are within the country.
Like Sikh people?
Yeah, sick people.
Not sick.
Yeah, they call themselves sick.
Is it sick?
Yeah.
I thought it was Sikh.
People think it's sick, but when you listen to a video of someone who's sick and they'll say sick.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that too.
Yeah.
But then when I saw the video, like, what's his name? Jasmeet
Singh?
Jagmeet Singh. He says it.
Did it say Jasmeet?
It's Jagmeet, no? We literally. How are we forgetting about this?
You mean like the guy who was running for president?
Yeah. Jagmeet Singh. That's his name. You said
right.
Jasmine, like Jasmine Rice?
I was thinking, oh, that doesn't sound right. Jasmine Rice. I'm crying.
Oh my god. But yeah, having representation up there is really good, especially what?
We have to cut that out.
No, we're not. We're not cutting that out. No.
Please, no, I can't do that. That is so embarrassing.
It's prime podcast content.
I know, but if he sees it, like if he sees that we messed up his name,
he sees it,
you never know. Huh? His feelings could be hurt.
Honestly, like any, if he saw anything, I would take it. I don't care. Even if we're making mistakes with his name stuff.
No, but I honestly feel really bad. But
okay, I'll bleep it out. There you go. But yeah, especially hijabi representation is very important.
Yeah,
so that was good to see.
I was so proud of her, honestly. And it was nice to share that moment, like all of us together. Mm-hmm. We all got to go together to Dundas Square. Actually, I think they're changing the name of Dundas Square too. But
are they? Oh yeah, because of how they changed. I think Ryerson to X University or something like that.
Oh, it's actually called X?
I think it's called X. Or is that just like a placeholder name?
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay.
I think they're going to come up with
I thought
a name.
They did put X like Malcolm X or something like that.
Ooh.
That would be sick. Malcolm but then again, that wouldn't really, like, Malcolm X is an American civil rights leader. Yeah. It'd be better to have like a Canadian rights leader or something like that come up.
But yeah, so like that's how we started off our week.
Yeah. But yeah, so what I was trying to get to is basically... she was coming in, so we drove we all as a family, it was me, Sarah, and my mom, my dad, of course, he's in Ethiopia at the time, whatever. But and Abat, exactly. We all drove down to the airport. And just a quick tip: if you live in Toronto, and you notice that the arrival area is like super busy,
don't tell everyone.
Oh yeah, scratch that. Don't worry about it then.
Then it's gonna
it's not everyone's side.
I mean, true. Okay, fine. Tell them.
You guys are the family, okay? You gotta let you know on these.
Here's a little secret from Amir to you.
Make sure you tell the person who's arriving to go to departures, because departures, especially if you drive all the way to the end of the departures area, is always empty, or like most of the time it's empty, and it's not really much more work for the person to kind of get there.
I thought you were gonna tell them about the parking lot.
Oh yeah. Also, there's a cell phone parking lot, like right if you go through the arrivals area and just drive out, like almost like you're about to exit. There's actually a second exit to go onto something called like the cell phone parking lot, where people can just chill there and wait for the person that they're waiting for at the airport.
And it's free.
And like you can just chill there and wait, like instead of waiting on the side of the road like people do, which is very dangerous and is actually not allowed. That's something that you can do instead. So just check it out, like search like cell phone parking lot or whatever, and you'll find it in the Pearson area. But that's for my Toronto people, But yeah, so something happened. We drove up to the departures area. We were waiting for Gizman, and we were just chilling there. She was like having some issues like getting there or getting out because of now the COVID rules. They can't get off the planes right away. So we had time to wait there. Actually, no. We waited in the parking lot, and then she called us. Yeah. We still had like about 5 or 10 minutes for her to get to us. So while we were waiting, we see like there's a family that pulls up in front of us, and immediately all of us were like, Habasha, we know it. Like the moment they pulled out the car, the moment their forehead came out of that car. No.
Yo.
I'm playing. The moment we saw the dad with a tucked in shirt and the jeans and the belt, his belly not playing.
You're going in on this
I'll play. But the moment we saw them coming out of the car, we're like, we know they're Habasha, right? And at this point, we just start analyzing. We start going into their whole history.
We literally embodied like the typical Habasha like mannerisms where you know when you're like observing someone and you make up their entire life story.
Exactly. So like it's like a family of 4. It's a dad, 2 sisters, and an older brother. Of course, I'm just assuming all of this, but you can tell. And immediately, like we were like, oh, that dude looks like our cousin, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. Yeah. And we're like, it's the brother who's going on a trip. And then we see them like getting into the truck and opening up. We see a book, and like my brain.
You saw the book, and Amir.
Okay, so my brain immediately starts like zooming in, or my eyes immediately start zooming into like the label on there, and it saw like Milan. I was like, oh, this guy's definitely going to Milan. It's like he's probably doing like a backpacking trip over through Europe, and like his family's dropping it off. They're all saying bye and everything, and like.
So we watched them, by the way. So we were watching them this whole time, taking turns, taking photos with each other, right? Yeah. And so I was like, oh, should we like, Amir, maybe you should go offer to take a photo, and he was like, nah, I'm kind of awkward. I don't want to do it. So we're like, okay, it's fine. You know, we kind of tried to convince him. His mom was like, Amir, you should go. He's like, nah, I'm kind of awkward. I'm not going to do it. So we're like, okay, we all agreed that no one's going out to help them.
Yeah. Like, well, like
now.
we agreed. Yeah. We basically agreed to it but in my mind. Yeah. I was still debating this, you know?
We didn't know that.
Yeah. Y'all couldn't tell, but this is something I do a lot. I do a lot of like internal thinking. Yeah. And like, I've mentioned in previous episodes, like what was basically going on at that point was like the level of my insecurity or like my awkwardness versus me giving them a moment. Because at this point, I'm watching them. We already agreed like not to just jump out because we were like, oh, that's going to be weird. But I could see the dad. He was looking around. And I like,
so bad,
yeah,
honestly.
I looked back. He was looking around because like they were all taking photos together, but of course they couldn't all get into the same photo unless they took like a selfie like that. But I think they wanted a proper photo. Yeah. And I could tell like there's people walking by. They're about to ask, but they're like, oh, they don't want to. I was like, nah, man, we got it. In my brain, I was like this could be. You never know, man. Like this could be the last moment they ever have together.
Oh my god!
Literally, this is what's going on in my head as I'm watching this, and then. Like that level is like my awkwardness or my what do you call it? When you're like my shyness versus me giving them a moment. That bar was like slowly like reaching a limit, and then eventually like me giving them a moment or like giving them that opportunity surpassed it, and the way that it like literally exploded. And to the girls, you can ask Sarah, like I literally just immediately swung my door open, like aggressively swung my door open and screamed out, "Hey, you want me to take a picture for you?"
It was literally like we were all like
with like wide-eyed. They probably looked so crazy.
He like legit. He was not lying. Like he flung the door open and screams like, "Do you guys want me to take a picture for you?" And we were like, what? And then he didn't even wait for them to say yes or no. He just gets out of the car, and I knew Amir was nervous when he slammed the door so hard. We were like, yo, is he good?
I didn't even realize I did that. And like
the whole car shook. Like your mom was like,
yo, for real, like at this point I was in like just get the moment over with kind of thing, right? Yeah. And I immediately went up to them. I like aggressively, like I went up. I was like, what do I do now? I went to shake the dad's hand because here, I'll take the picture for you. He's like, thank you. So I shook his hand, and I was so nervous. I was like, what do I do? I started shaking the whole family's hands.
And like when we watched it, your mom was like, what is he doing? Like we're like, isn't he taking a photo? Why is he like?
I was like aggressively, like I literally shook the dad's hand. I shook the brother's hand, and I shook the sister's hand, and then they had like a little kid sister, and I shook her hand too, like aggressively.
So we like watched the whole thing, and we started analyzing you the way we were analyzing them. So your mom was like saying like, what is he saying to them?
Yeah. Like, and then this is like the really creepy moment, because like as I'm taking the photos for them,
I can't believe you did this.
As I'm taking photos for them, I was like to the bro, I was like, oh, so you're going to Milan, right? And he never told me he was going anywhere.
That is so awkward. That's actually like, did he say anything to you?
No, he's like, yeah, I'm going to Milan. Like they were all like, they're
happy. Didn't react? Like, how did you know?
No, I think they were just happy I was taking photos for them, honestly.
Aww.
And like, I think maybe it's because like I was so quick. The moment was so quick that they didn't even like think about the fact like, oh, how would he even know that?
Yeah, he probably definitely realized when he was waiting in line at customs.
Yeah, like through. You know, he's just like,
it's like, how did he know? And then Amir does his thing, right? So he comes back to the car, and we're all just like, you know, at least like, you know, he helped them out.
Yeah.
And then Amir just went silent. And then the guy walks by the way. And then Amir wishes him well. And he's like looking at all of us. And I didn't know what to say because I didn't
You're
have
supposed
this.
to give him like the Habasha Salam.
But I didn't have this interaction with him. So I was like,
yeah.
have a safe trip. Like it kind of just
you
like
guys
that.
just awkwardly smile. Like you're like this, like hand just waving like the queen or something at a window.
And then all of a sudden, Amir starts like profusely sweating. It's like, are you okay?
Okay, so like I think I've mentioned this before, but like in any moment, the moment I start to get nervous, I profusely start sweating. Like when I say profusely, I mean like my armpits immediately start perspirating, my body, my chest, everything, my face just perspirates so
like
much.
Sweat beads forming.
Like
on your
sweat
face.
beads start forming, and it already. I think like the reason it didn't happen when I was outside is because like the adrenaline is rushing at that point, and the come down is when all the sweat comes through. So the moment I step out of the car, like I'm not lying when I say I'm socially like awkward, right?
That was the first time that like I really experienced
You really experienced it, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm socially awkward, but I know how to
like fake it,
mask it. I know how to mask it, but the moment I don't have to mask it anymore, my body shuts down. I start sweating. I don't know how to stop it. My brain is going at like 1,000,000 miles per hour. So that's just like that was a good example for you guys to see what it means to be like both socially awkward, but like also
I don't think you're social. Do you think maybe it's social anxiety?
Yeah, social anxiety basically. That's what it is.
Okay.
But yeah, my social anxiety at that point, like I was like, you know what, bun my social anxiety. I want to give them a moment. You never know when's gonna be the last time they see each other, so I might as well give them this. And I just took the photo for them. I make it sound like it's such a big thing, but I really just took a bunch of photos of the family.
I know, but like for someone who also has experiences with social anxiety, that's a big task. And honestly, good on you, because we weren't gonna get out, so you did.
Once I knew that you guys were gonna do it, I was like, I have to do this.
Thanks
like,
for taking one for the team.
And the thing is that like they were just about to leave too. That's why I think I jumped out so quickly, is because they were just about to leave.
Yeah.
So I was like, I gotta like just do this. But that story, and of course Gizman came. You know, we told her the story. We all went downtown. We took pictures with her billboard and everything. It was actually a really good day. Like the weather was perfect that day. So yeah, outside of that awkward moment, it was pretty good. But that did like spur the idea of like us talking about other awkward moments,
embarrassing awkward
moments. Like I have a bunch.
Yeah, we literally have an episode called Certified Awkward Boy, by the way.
Exactly. I just realized that we already kind of
we didn't go into it too much.
Yeah, exactly. But this one's gonna be like specific. So I just like telling stories about like awkward situations.
Yeah.
Do you want to go into one, or should I tell her here?
I think you should start, because honestly, like when Amir suggested this topic, I was like, I don't want to relive my embarrassing moments ever. And he's like, no, it's funny.
Yeah, and about that, it's like I feel like everyone experiences this, but like when you start thinking about that awkward moment, like you'll be just randomly driving, it'll be a nice day.
Oh my God.
Nothing will be on your mind. You're like, oh, nothing can ruin this moment at this time.
Yeah. And
that thought just pops into your head of like that one embarrassing thing you did 15 years ago.
It keeps me up at night.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Does.
Yeah, you'll be thinking about it and your body immediately just cringes. And then you start like swearing to yourself. You're like, why?
Why am I like this?
Do that? It's so awkward. And like your body, like it's everyone knows it, what I'm talking about, that feeling that you get. Hopefully everyone knows it. If you don't, you're a psychopath. I'm like,
they thrive in the awkward moments, maybe.
Yeah.
But, you know, let's hear your first.
Okay, so my first job, I think I've mentioned before, but I used to work at No Frills, which is like a grocery store, a Canadian grocery chain. And I was like, you know, every once in a while at the cash, like there'll be someone who will ask for like assistance or whatever, right? And usually they'll call on one of the guys to come out and help. And I thought it was just someone I can help them like get bags. But then when I got there was like the cashier, and there's like a blind gentleman standing in front of her. I was like, okay, what do you guys want me to do? And she's like, oh, he wants you to direct him or like take him to the bus stop so he can like, you know, get on the right direction, because like he wants to go either like north or south or something like that, right?
Oh no.
And of course I'm like super awkward, so I didn't know how to. First off, I'm so awkward, I don't know how to say no, because I feel awkward saying no. So immediately I was like, okay, I got to do this. But like I've never had to guide a blind person before.
All you gotta do is just give him your elbow, and then like.
Well, I was like, okay, let me just picture what I've seen in movies.
So you like held his hand or something.
No. I had him grab my elbow. He already knew about that, right? but he was a much older gentleman, and he already looked a little disgruntled.
Oh.
And like I was like, okay, I can't mess this up, right? And that just made me even more nervous, right? So he takes my elbow, and we're walking out, and like the first sign that I knew I shouldn't have been doing this is that when you're getting out, of the store, there's a single door. It's like an automatic door that opens, right? And I didn't take into account like how wide we were because he's next to me, right? So it was technically 2 people wide. So I'm walking and all I hear is something bang. And I realized he banged.
Oh my!
He banged into the railing because like there's a railing between the inside going in and out door. And I was like, okay, like it already was bad, so I started sweating profusely.
Oh, you didn't laugh?
No, I couldn't laugh. Okay, no.
I'm that psychopath that laughs. I'm literally in tears.
Oh my god! But yeah, so that was the first sign that like, okay, this is not gonna go right? So he did have a stick though, so I think that's what immediately hit it first. Okay. And then at that point, he started getting a little bit more like agitated. He's like, okay, do you know which way you're going? Oh. And the second thing was like, as he's taking me, I think it's just a nervous because I'm actually really good at this. But he's like, okay, I want to go onto like the what is it? He wanted to go on the eastbound bus, or no, not sorry. He wanted to go on the southbound bus. Sorry, my bad. And I maybe out of nerves or something, didn't even like process what that meant. So
you made him get in the wrong.
Like, okay, no. So thankfully, okay, let's get back to it. Okay. So then I take him to the crosswalk, and I immediately started going onto the other side of the street, which actually would take him to the northbound bus. And I felt so bad because the moment we got to the other side, I don't know if it was just from the sound or you know how like some blind people, they still have some vision or like they're not one, because the majority of blind people don't have 100% no vision. Like a lot of them have some type of vision. So I don't know how it was like from the sound or something, but he could tell that we were on the other side of the street or like we were on the wrong side of the street. And immediately he's like, I don't think we're on the right side or whatever. And he's starting to get more agitated now. Like he's getting angry.
Called out. You got called out by a blind man.
Yeah, like legitimately, like the fact that a blind man could tell me that we were on the wrong side of the street was a second sign that like I should not be doing this. Why am I doing this right now? I mean, I should have went back in, but at that point he like, it's too late, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me fix this. I'm gonna take you to the other side. I'm trying to talk to him and like at least get him like more friendly or whatever. Because normally you get used to the customers there because I've been there long enough. But this was like the first time I ever seen him, right? So I take him to the other side of the street. And as I'm pulling onto like I'm finally at the right stop. I'm like, there's nothing I can do here wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I didn't see it, but you know how like at the bus stop they have those poles for the sign?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how I didn't see it, but I walked past it, forgetting that he was still holding my hand, and this guy immediately like
no.
right in the middle of the sign hits his forehead, and this thing like hard, like you know how someone when they're walking they'll see something, they hit their head like that. And at that point I was like, just kill me now, like I should just die. Why am I here? Why am I alive? I shouldn't be here anymore.
Did anyone see this happen?
Yeah, there were people at the bus stop who saw this happening.
So then what did he say?
Huh? At that point, he just like started getting mad. He's like, what the hell? Stop doing that kind of thing. I was like, I'm sorry, sir. And like, I'm like 16, 17 at this point. I don't know what I'm doing. And I immediately, like, as he's like mad, I'm like, he's blind. I can just walk away. So I left.
You left?
He was at his stop. It's like he can continue cursing. He won't know I'm still here or not here anymore. So I literally just walked away and I went back into the building and left him there.
How mad
never
were you,
to see him again.
Coworkers, you're probably like, don't ever ask.
I never mentioned it to any of my coworkers. If they listen to this, then they'll hear it. But and I actually know that there's a coworker who does listen to this. So.
Oh my god, you left. First of all,
hey, he was at his stop. He
did
was
you
at
say
his spot.
sorry though?
Yeah, of course. I was like profusely like saying sorry. Not profusely. I was constantly saying sorry, blah, 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 that kind of thing, trying to ease the tension. But it was at that point, it was too late. After he hit the pole, it's like
there's no going back from that.
Yeah, there's no going back from that. So I was like, okay, you just gotta go.
I'm surprised he didn't like swing for you with his walking stick. I would have swung anyway. I would have been like, wherever you are.
So I was like waving his stick around.
For real. That's bad.
Yeah, that was one of my most. And to this day, when I think of that moment, I like cringe still. That was really bad.
That would keep me up at night.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
I don't think I have any like stories that bad.
Yeah.
The worst thing that has ever happened to me in terms of like just questioning my existence.
Mm-hmm.
There was this one time that I was driving and I was just leaving my neighborhood and just getting onto the main road.
Yeah.
And I was so like, I don't know about you, but before you start driving, do you have to like listen to something? So I like worked really hard on this playlist and I was like in my feels this day.
Oh, you know? It depends. Like there are certain days where I'll literally be so in my head that I won't even realize until I'm almost at work where I haven't listened to anything, like the radio, nothing.
Well, no, like I was in my head this day, but I also had like my playlist on, right? So I was like, I wasn't even thinking straight. Like I was just, the car was moving. Mm-hmm. So I'm turning. And because I wasn't thinking straight, I wasn't realizing where I was going. Yeah. And I literally drove into, you know, when they like break up the cement on a road because they're doing construction. Yeah. And there's like 5 million pylons, those big orange and black ones. Yeah. And I literally drove into all of them.
Were there like wet cement still?
No, it was like gravel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But there were
Wait, but you hit the pylons then.
So I was turning left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hit the pylons.
Oh no.
I was turning left. So the cars that were going straight were all still on a red, right?
Yeah.
So everyone's looking at me like, are you okay? This guy like rolled down his window. Yeah. And when I like snapped out of it, I was like, oh my God, oh shit. So you know what I did?
Yeah.
I backed up out of the construction site. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like, this way was not in my way at all. Yeah. But I like went into some random side road right next to me. Yeah. Like instead of, I was turning left, I went straight.
Yeah.
I parked my car in front of somebody's house.
Why?
And I sobbed.
What?
Because I was so embarrassed.
I did not expect that. I did not expect that at all.
No, you don't understand. I was like so embarrassed that I just did that. And I was like, how did I just not see like 5 million pylons? Yeah. And nor did I go and pick up all the pylons that I just knocked over. Like I just left them there.
But your reaction was to cry?
Yeah, because I was so embarrassed. And I was mad at myself.
I think that's like the difference between guys and girls. Guys would be like, they just internally like just take it in and be like, oh, I'm holding on to this forever. But girls will be like, I'm immediately gonna cry about this. I might call a friend. I might need some emotional support.
Sometimes when my fight or flight is triggered, I will almost always choose flight.
Flight.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like
I'm a flighter. A flighter.
Which one are you? Fighter or flighter?
Actually, I don't think I've ever been, but I guess I'm thinking about it like literally fight or like run away. But in those,
I feel like you would fight.
Technically, I did run away, so I did fly whenever in that awkward situation, right?
True.
Yeah, and I just held it internally. But you did the healthy thing by immediately expressing it and taking that energy and expressing it outwards instead of internalizing it and keeping it forever and let it build in as some negative. I don't know where I was going with that, but you know what I mean.
I mean, like the other when I chose flight.
Yeah.
Was it was like my first year of university, and you guys know how it is if you go to a big school and it's like hundreds of people in your class, and it was like an 8 a.m. class too.
Yeah.
First of all, I was like 2 minutes away from being late, so I was running into this lecture hall, and I tripped going up. I always fall going up the stairs, okay? But I tripped going up the stairs. My bag fell. Everything fell out of my bag.
In school?
Yeah, at York.
That's worse. Okay.
And then I was so embarrassed, and everyone looked at me. No one offered to help me. So I packed my bag and I left the class.
You just left?
Yeah.
Oh, this is in the class.
Yeah, my professor was about to start speaking, and then imagine me just like face planting on the stairs trying to find a seat. Oh, so I just picked up my stuff and walked. I was like, nope, not gonna do this. Nope.
Wait, but you have to go back to that class afterwards. People will see.
So the next week, I went to class at 7:30, so that no one would know it was me.
It's like whatever clothes you were wearing that day, you will never wear it again.
Yeah, I was like, and then like a few weeks later, like in that same class, I had my new MacBook at that time, and when I opened it, all of a sudden it just starts beeping really loud. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I quickly shut it, and then I'm like, what do I do? Yeah. So I tried to open it again,
and it's just beeping again.
So everyone's looking at me, and my teacher's like, who is that? So I'm like, okay, never mind. I'm just going to sit here and listen. So I sat there and I had to ask the person next to me, like, hey, can you please email me your notes? Because, you know, you saw what happened.
So what was the beeping?
It was broken. I literally went to the mall right after class.
This is after you had this is your new MacBook.
The new one, yeah. Oh my god, like.
And still, it had give you issues initially.
Yeah, they had to keep it overnight, and then they gave it back to me, and then it has been working ever since. It lasted. How many years has it been now? 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not. I don't know what you say about lasted, quote unquote lasted.
I mean, it was usable.
It sort of works now if you keep it charged constantly.
Yeah, if I keep it charged. Otherwise, the battery lasts for like 45 minutes.
Oh, that's pretty good though. Yeah, 45 minutes.
Yeah. It's like 20 pounds, you know.
Yeah.
Takes like 5 minutes to load Google Chrome, but it's fine.
Actually, I still use mine. It's like literally right there. But then again, that's like a Frankenstein now because I've connected like Gizman's old laptop with mine.
Oh yeah.
I like put them together. That's the one thing when you have like electronic skills or know how to work with electronics, you can make anything work. Okay, so I have another story here.
Yeah, I want to hear.
A lot of my stories are related to like. Actually, no. This next one is just related to another thing that happened at work. So like, you know, I don't talk about like. So we talk about relationship stuff, but like, you know, I'm a fairly okay looking person. So of course, you know, every once in a while, I will be approached by someone of the opposite sex, and like,
I just thought of a story. I'll tell you after.
Okay, so. But again, like I mentioned, I'm also super socially awkward. So like, I don't know how to deal with those situations at all. So I was at work and I worked in produce, working with vegetables, keeping it halal. And
someone hit you up like, hey, can you help me with this bag of potatoes?
No, literally like I was at work and then this like white girl came up to me and she's like, hey, can I get your number or something? Like straight up. And I felt immediately sweat, arm sweat, and like think about where I'm at. I'm in work. I'm wearing this dusty bum ass clothes. I don't know if I was supposed to swear there, but yeah, and like I literally have lettuce in my hands and I'm holding a knife cutting the lettuce.
I'm dying.
And they just come up to me like this. I'm vulnerable, okay? That's what I'm trying to get at. I'm in a vulnerable situation and I was not expecting this to happen. So then immediately I was like, what do I come up with? Like, what do I say? Like, this is going on in my head as she's literally just staring at me, standing there. And I still haven't responded after like 10 seconds. I'm just looking at her. I'm married. And I'm like 19 at this point.
You told her.
I immediately told her I'm married.
Like she built up the courage.
I know, and like I feel like this is someone I've somewhat seen at work, like not like a customer who's coming every once in a while. So I feel like, you know, that person probably built up the courage to actually do that.
Oh my god!
And the fact that I immediately came up with like, oh, I'm married.
Yeah. And
then she looks at my hand, and I know why she's looking because she's looking to see if there's ring. I'm like, and I noticed that, so I mean like say, oh, I took it off too. I can cut the vegetables.
Oh my.
And she's like, oh, okay, all right. And then she walked out.
Oh my god.
Never seen her again. I feel like she goes to all the other Walmarts just to avoid.
You traumatized her.
Yeah. And like.
Oh no.
That's not the first time. That's happened like probably. I've gotten better of that over time. But the first couple of times, almost the same reaction. Like the second time it happened was like in high school. I was like getting something, you know, because it always happens when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Like it's the most random thing. Like I was just literally getting my gym clothes to go to like my gym class in my locker. And like this person came up and they had backup this time. They had like a second or third, two or three people with them.
That's awkward.
Yeah. And they like did the same thing. They asked me about my day. I'm like trying to answer normally while I'm profusely sweating, trying to avoid the situation, not look at them at all. And then the moment they ask that question, I'm like, I have a girlfriend already.
Oh,
she's at a different high school. I'm like trying to give this like backup information, that kind of thing.
She's in 10th grade. Yep. Yeah. She studies, you know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'll give information that's not asked. You can literally just leave it at that. Be like, all right, I'm done. Sorry. But like just those situations, I think about them to this day. Just like how awkward I was, like how I would approach it better. Because that's the thing. Like when you think about it later, like I would approach that so differently. I would have been so much more better now. But you know that means you've grown, right? If you can tell, if you can tell what you did wrong in the past,
yeah,
and you know how to fix it, then at least it means that you've grown at least, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, if you're aware that you made a mistake in the past or like you maybe handled a situation wrong, it just means that you know it's a good thing because that means that you're aware that you've grown since then or that you have grown since then, if that makes sense.
And that's what we should be, you know, striving for.
Yeah.
if you're able to grow from your
exactly, no matter what the situation, you know. Yeah, even in those awkward situations. But yeah, that's happened multiple times, and I've gotten better over time. But the first couple times were so, like, to this day, because these are moments that like constantly come back to me. That's why I was easily able to kind of like write them down.
I have a confession. What? Your story reminded me, like, this one guy. Mm-hmm. It was like way back when, like maybe 10 or so years ago.
Yeah.
Tried to like message me on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like to like, you know, hit on me or whatever.
Yeah.
And I told him I was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent him a picture of me and you.
Sarah?
And the thing is,
yeah,
I'm so stupid. I sent him like a link to a photo that was already posted.
Yeah.
And I mentioned the fact that we were cousins.
Yeah, this guy's like, this is how they get down?
He was
this
like,
is how they get down?
Isn't that your cousin? I was like, no, we just call each other cousin for fun.
You were using me back then?
Absolutely, I was using you. Then I was like, oh no, like, if he ever like, you know, if I need to like ask Amir to like play along, I'm gonna have to do it. But I never asked you because he believed it.
I would immediately say no. You gotta.
Really? You wouldn't take one for the team?
Not like in that kind of situation.
Like he was bothering me, so I was.
Oh, if he's like, bothering you, then I would mess and be like, "Yo, leave my cousin alone," or it's gonna be a problem, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Was he from the city?
No, he was from Ethiopia.
Oh, don't respond. What are you doing?
Listen, at the time, I felt so. Now I don't even. Have like I don't use my Facebook, but at that time I was so, it's like, you know, when you go back home and then you meet your like cousin's friends and you feel like, okay, I'm friends with you for the time being, and then once I go back home, like, see you never.
Exactly. Oh no,
it didn't work like that. He thought the friendship extended outside of that trip, so
yeah,
I mean, he's a nice guy, I hope he's well, but whatever.
Okay, so let me see. Oh, wait. Do you have? I guess that sparked that. Do you have another embarrassing situation that you kind of think of that makes you cringe to this day?
Absolutely. Okay. This one, it really like this takes the cake for how like most embarrassing moments. So for anyone who doesn't know this, myself and a couple of my friends in Toronto, we were in like I don't want to call it a chanting band.
Yeah, Madih
group. Yeah, but for anyone who doesn't know what Madih means.
It's like a choir. Think of it like a
choir?
Is it not a choir?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Okay, you can call it a choir. But anyways, we used to sing like Islamic songs at our like Islamic center. So one of our first like official, like we've performed all of our childhood like different things for different celebrations, right? But this was our first like big performance with our new teacher, like our like Madih teacher. So
wait, go ahead, say it.
It was at Warden Woods. I don't know if you.
Oh, Warden Woods, that teacher. Oh, we're getting a call.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll answer it later.
Okay.
So. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
So we're at this performance and we finish our set, and it went great. But that day, because there were so many people, the moms, a lot of our moms missed the performance.
Yeah.
So they were like, you guys have to perform again. So our teacher was like, okay, we're going to go back on. At this point, like
on stage?
On stage. Like,
why'd you make you go back on stage again?
Because the moms were like serving and in the kitchen and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they wanted an encore.
This was like an hour after we sang, and like we were wearing our like Harari cultural clothes, which if you don't know what it is, it's like Gegan Nafi's kind of like looks like skinny jeans, but it's a lot tighter and stiffer. And then we had like these big sparkly scarves that we wear like as a hijab. So I remember, sorry Gizman for putting you on blast, but Gizman took her Gegan Nafi out.
Yeah.
So she just had a skirt that was like right under her knees.
Yeah. What?
So when they told us that we had to sing again. And mind you, I think I was like 11 or 12, and I wasn't like a full-time hijabi then.
Yeah.
So I had unraveled my milfota, so it's just kind of like hanging on my head.
Yeah.
And Gizman's there with a skirt, but like her bare legs.
Yeah.
So then our Madih teacher was like, okay, guys, we're gonna go back on stage right now.
Yeah.
So Gizman's like,
you're wearing a skirt?
No, like imagine her skirt ended like right under her knees.
Yeah.
So her bare legs. And then me.
And this is like an Islamic event.
Yes, an Islamic event. Okay, and then my like my what do you call me? It's like a big scarf. The scarf. I had it like this. My hair is in a bun, and my neck is
it looks like people know like a sari.
Yeah, like the big scarf.
Yeah. Well, actually, I feel like sorry would also be a word that people don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, it's like a big scarf.
Yeah.
So then we're all panicking. So Gizman pulls her skirt so that it's like under her bum, so that it's like ankle length.
How does that even work?
She pulled it down.
Yeah.
So that the waistband's under her, and then she was wearing a long sleeve, so she pulled the long sleeve down.
Yeah.
So that it was covering. So
she basically like was low riding him.
But like it worked, right? It worked for her. Me, I'm like, oh my God, I have to tie this. But I was 12. I don't know how to wear a melfota. So one of the girls was like, oh, let me help you. So they're wrapping it for me, and they tucked it in. But like, if anyone knows a melfota, it doesn't stay and it's heavy. I didn't have anything under my thing.
Yeah, so it was like see-through.
So we're walking on stage, and I'm trying to be like as stiff as possible so it doesn't unravel, right? So I'm stiff, my hands are on my side, and then we're started singing.
Yeah. All
of a sudden I can feel it unraveling, and I keep like tucking it in, keep adjusting it.
Yeah.
And before I know it, it literally fell off of my head mid-performance. And I remember that day because I started wearing glasses when I was like 11 or 12. Yeah. I took off my glasses because I didn't want to see anyone. I was so nervous.
That's one way of dealing with the situation.
But the whole scarf fell, and then on top of that, the stage is like steps, right?
Yeah.
So not only did it just fall, but
like
it fell down the stairs. So I was like, oh my God. So I stood there, and someone was like, pick it up.
Yeah.
So I like reached over, tried to get it, and I just kind of like, and I held it like this.
You know what's funny? I probably have a photo of this.
I'm pretty sure your dad or someone recorded it and has it on like.
Yeah. Oh, if I can find that video, I'm gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it up behind here so badly.
Do not. Amir,
yeah, man, I have to.
Amir.
I guys, if I find it,
no, you cannot. Actually, like even photos from that day, I don't even like looking at them. Like, I don't want to relive that day at all. Like I don't even. I want it to be erased.
I'll let you have input on the edit when I put that in.
I want that day to be erased from my memory.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wait, why wasn't there someone just standing there being able to support you guys? You know, so you sometimes
we were also on the guys' side.
Yeah.
If you remember how Warden Woods was. Yeah. Like there was a whole bunch of like guys that were our age that were sitting there. So imagine like my classmates are now seeing my hair.
Yeah.
So awkward.
Oh my God.
Good times. I feel like that takes the cake.
Yeah, that's definitely like a for me, that's something that I would still be thinking about to this day.
Yeah.
But then again, you weren't 100% hijabi at the time, were you?
I mean, I was just tying it back a lot.
Oh, okay,
I just started at that point. So it was very mortifying. But
I wish I could pull up those photos of you guys from the early days.
I'm pretty sure I could find it somewhere.
No, I mean like your styles from back in the day.
Listen, okay, let me just tell you something.
Oh my God, that stuff. I have those photos on my computer. It's like,
we were trendsetters.
Who let you guys walk out of the house?
We were trendsetters. Are you kidding?
What?
We were absolutely.
So I'm going to put up those photos then.
Wait, I don't know exactly. Which ones though?
The ones, remember when you used to go that large hall right across the street or right down the street or right next to the Harari Community Center?
Yes.
And you guys used to wear like the two pieces.
Okay, listen.
We wear like one solid color and another solid color that does not match.
First of all, we had no
guidance.
No. Mm-hmm. We didn't have creative freedom when it came to our outfits.
I guess so, yeah.
They were predetermined for us. Okay.
Okay. Y'all made it work. We
made it work.
We
still looked cute-ish. All right. So that's probably like my one of my top embarrassing.
Listen, your top embarrassing. That's something you still think about to this day?
Yeah.
Huh? Okay, let's see then. I got one more.
Okay. I might remember another one. Like, you might trigger a memory. Who knows? Because I really try to forget about.
Oh, actually, no, I can't mention that one more. Okay, I'm going to pass it. No. It's literally something I can't mention. I can't mention. No. I can't mention it.
Why not?
No, I can't. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, guys, thank you for listening.
No. How bad is it? Let's hear.
Huh?
How bad is it?
No, it's like really bad.
Like how bad?
Huh?
Like how bad?
It's like, okay, you know what? Let me just tell the story.
Okay.
I'll just like change some of the information so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
So there was a friend, and I found out that it was their birthday.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what? Let me do something nice for them. I'll take them. We'll all go out eating. We'll get food, and then I'll get like, okay, it's not even that bad, honestly, but we'll get cake, right? But then, no, it was something else.
Okay.
It was for my friend, and then I found out that he actually really loves like ice cream cake, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, let me get ice cream cake.
Yeah.
nowhere in my mind did I remember that ice cream melts. And so I was like, okay, you know what? So we drive to the location to get food, and this is in the winter. So I was like, oh, it sort of like hit me at that point. I was like, oh, it's ice cream. I was like, oh, it will be fine in the car, right? So I left it in the car, not realizing that like it still can get pretty bad when it's above 0, right? Because it's like a 0 or something, right?
Right.
So the moment we get back to the car after everything's done, I was like, oh, I'll like get like candles. I'll put it in there. I'll light the candles, and we'll like sing happy birthday or whatever.
Yeah.
I pull it up. Literally, the whole thing is melted. It's gone.
Like it's turned into like.
It turned into mush.
Oh.
It was done, and I don't know why I was so, like at this point I was sweating.
Don't tell me you gave it to your friend. Like
I literally tried to like put the candle still in there as it was like, because you know how it still has a little bit of a base.
Yeah, but like what?
I don't know. I tried to still stick it in there. Like it's not really like the story. I can't really tell. Like it's very simple, but to this day I still think about it. Because of how embarrassing it was that like I got a cake but it melted. I tried to still put in candles but I couldn't. Because it was cold and it was windy. I couldn't even light the candles, so I couldn't even do that. Just the combination of everything that was happening, like to this day, just makes me cringe. I can't even. Every time, even think about it now, is making me like hairs stand up on me, like just cringe. And that's why I didn't want to mention it too, because I just
that is cringe.
When I do think about it to this point, even though I didn't make it sound as bad as it was, just the combination of everything that was happening was just bad. So, and to this day, I just think about that. I don't know. It's just something that I thought about. But yeah, I don't know if you guys. So if you're listening to this and you feel like you have like certain embarrassing stories
that you want the world to know, like
you want the world to
like
know,
let us
know. Just message us.
Yeah,
you know, now maybe we can bring it up in the future and we can like read it out loud.
Yeah,
react to some of the things that they told us or things that happened to you guys, because I feel like everybody has these moments, and you know, it humanizes us when we can all talk about it and maybe even learn something from it, like I did from shoot, now I'm forgetting which
your
story
experience
was it?
Of guiding a blind man.
Guiding the blind man. And what was the other one that I gave? I forget what stories I just told. See, they already escaped my mind because they were so embarrassing and they were so triggering that I can't even keep them in my memory banks for too long, or then I start to die slowly.
That's how I felt about, like, I was thinking about this story that I just told you.
Yeah.
All week.
Literally.
And it bothered me so. Like, I was just like, why couldn't I, like, you know, tie it in a different way? Like, why did we have to go back up? Yeah. No,
but I do have a lot of other stories. They're not like full blown out stories, but just small things that happen here and every once in a while. But like,
I was gonna ask you. So like, there's this there was this video that I saw on TikTok where it's like, what are normal things that are like super embarrassing to do? And like, I was going through the comments and I'm like, wow, I literally have not had a unique experience, because there are other people who go through the same thing. Like,
all of us have had something similar. Like, everyone almost lived the same life. You know how they say on TikTok?
Yeah.
It's almost like we've lived the same life. Because like,
no, for real though. Like they were saying, like, for example,
what?
Like such dumb things that the people like that we find embarrassing, but like they were saying, what was it? Like raising your hand to a waiter to like ask for something. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
What? That's not embarrassing.
Like, I would be embarrassed.
You didn't be embarrassed to put your hand up for a waiter?
Yeah. I don't know why. Because it's just like, I'm sorry to inconvenience you, but like, can you get me like a fork or something? I don't know.
Okay. I'm not that socially awkward. Okay? I guess we all have like small socially awkward tendencies.
I feel like we've learned to mask it so well that like anyone who knows us is probably like, y'all are liars. But it's all about the internal conversations you have with yourself.
We all have that internal conversation, that internal monologue that's going on at all times. And like, you could be looking at me, I'll be perfectly fine just sitting there, and in my head I'm like, it's racing at a mile a minute, thinking 100%. About embarrassing moments, cringing internally. Like but have you noticed, I don't know for you, it happens a lot in the car. For me, whenever I'm driving, that's when I think about my most cringy moments. I don't know what it is about the car that just triggers me. Mine
is more so like either when I'm like trying to fall asleep and I can't, or if, you know, when you're like waiting for someone and you're by yourself, so you're just like sitting there on your phone looking at your birthday in 2047.
Yeah.
You know, those moments.
That's when you start thinking about it. So I think the common thing there is like when you have like time to yourself to actually like think for a second.
Yeah.
And your brain's
100%.
like, you know what? Let me just mess with you for a second there and just put this thing inside you.
And then it like makes me even more like self-conscious. And I'm just like, maybe I should change the way that I am. Like, how do I change? I need to change everything. And then you're like overwhelmed because you're just like, you know?
But it's not that bad anymore for me. At this point, I've accepted that I'm already a super awkward person.
Yeah.
So I don't let it bother me as much.
Yeah, same.
But I'm sure it's gonna happen again.
I use it as a disclaimer. Like if I don't know someone already, I'm just like, hey, by the way, like I'm super awkward, just letting you know.
Yeah, I feel like the preemptive warning kind of helps with that.
Yeah, because then they like, you know, if you do something awkward, like they already know, so they'll just let it slide. Whereas if they don't know and they think you're normal, and then all of a sudden like you do something weird, they're like,
that's just her. That's just her. That's all right. You should expect that. She already warned you. That's how it is.
Exactly. But, you know, on that note, I mean, I feel like I'm already cringing now, the fact that I just shared this story, because anyone who wasn't there, like, I'm glad you weren't, but anyone who was there, and I've now just revived this memory for you.
And if you don't know, for this episode, we're trying something new. Did we mention it already? But we have a green screen behind us.
Yeah.
You know, it'll make editing a little bit easier for me, or at least like if I want to add stuff in the background, because I'm always trying to do something new with editing.
We're trying to elevate the content. Okay.
Yeah, people who are watching on YouTube will always see something a little bit differently. I'm trying to elevate the game every week, bring something new to you guys. Yeah. You know, because I don't know, I just like doing it. I like bringing you guys the best content. You know. Best foot forward kind of stuff, you know.
I just have to shout you out real quick because Amir has been the one that edits the audio, but now also the video, and you've been killing it. You know what, mashallah, your skills. I could never. I already like get stressed when I'm just like editing the little trailer, which he now does because we're doing videos, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
I have fun with those though. So like I actually like doing it because like I'm already a naturally creative person. So if you give me the raw materials, then I'll like go crazy with it. Which actually I should probably simmer down a bit. So if you see that like the trailers don't get as crazy as they used to, at least for the first two, then you know, because those things take so long. Yeah. But then again, once I like get used to the software as well, because I've only been using like the software I've been using for maybe like 3 weeks now, like literally since we started using a video. So I'm learning as we're putting it out. So yeah, you'll see the content, the quality of the content get better over time, of course. Hopefully we can start making money off this. We can start getting more better cameras, you know,
matching merch.
Exactly. If you guys want merch, you know, we work on that too.
And Cousin Connection merch, but we'll see.
Yeah, but thanks again, guys, for listening. Make sure, like I mentioned at the beginning, to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Subscribe on any of the podcast platforms that you listen to, so it can, I believe if you do that, it automatically downloads it for you ahead of time, so you get it right there. You can listen to it right away. And
follow us on Instagram.
Yep, follow us on
Connection
Instagram.
Pod.
Cousin Connection Pod on Instagram.
Yep.
Cousin Connection Podcast on YouTube.
And literally everywhere else.
Yeah. Just search up Cousin Connection Podcast. And I think if you search on Google too, it'll like pop up all our pages there.
Yep.
And you can follow, of course, me. Amir Was Taken on Instagram.
And you can also follow me on Instagram. It's Ali Sara with 2 underscores.
Yeah. And thanks again for listening, guys. Hopefully that was entertaining. And have a good day.
Yeah.
Bye. I don't want to clip it that time, you know. I'm always clipping it every time.
That one was like a soft little like. You see, we were harmonizing basically. Exactly.
Do you want
to harmonize?
No, I don't think we can harmonize.
We can't.
How do you harmonize?
Okay, so you're gonna be like, Okay, you're gonna be like, No, you have to say bye.
What? Was that wrong?
You're not gonna have you say bye in that tone.
Oh,
okay. Yeah.
No.
No, yeah, that was good.
No.
That was good.
Bye. No.
Go like this. Wait.
No.
Why so high?
No. Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna be like this. Bye.
Bye. No, that's too loud. Okay.
Like,
go.
Copy my tone.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Bye. I'm a guy. Okay, it's different.
No, okay. Bye.
It's like that video, you know, that YouTube video, the guy that is like Russian Idol. And he goes, he starts laughing.
That's you right now.
Judges start laughing.
Guys, this is literally me trying to teach Amir to sing. Okay, you gotta be like, we need a harmonica.
Yeah.
Ba. Hey, we got it. We finally got it.
Oh my god.
Okay, bye guys.
Okay.
That was so good. That was